How to create a drop-down menu with HTML and CSS. A drop-down menu is a list of options that is revealed only when the user interacts with the menu. The HTML structure of the drop-down menu is going to look like this. First, we have a drop-down container, which is the main container surrounding the drop-down link and the drop-down content. And the drop-down content contains multiple sublinks. If you look this in our browser, it's going to look something like this. And after adding some styles, we are going to get something like this. We also need to absolute position this drop-down content to make it come out of the flow. So we are going to absolute position the drop-down content based on the relative positioning of its parent. And for now, let's hide this section with the display property of none, because we need to show the sublinks every time user hovers on this link. To do this, we need to target the drop-down content whenever we hover on the drop-down container. We have to add the drop-down content class beside the hover effect, and we are adding the hover effect on the container itself. We are going to add a CSS property of display block here. If you see the result of this, you will see that the drop-down content is appearing every time we hover on the drop-down container. And this is how you create a drop-down menu with HTML and CSS.